Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to final test project for the subject of Phonetics and Phonology 2023. Before discussing further, first I will provide a comprehensive overview of the content, ensuring you have a clear roadmap for my discussion. Starting from the self-introduction session, what this video is about, I will describe the structure of the discussion, then enter the discussion session, and last, one gives a conclusions. Hi everyone, I would like to introduce myself. My full name is Ainurguna. I'm from English Education Department, Class A. Phonetics and Phonology lessons taught by Mr. Dr. Andika Harudin, SCPM Home, CME, CPC. Then I will explain what I will do in this video and also describe the structure of the discussion. This video is the final test for the subject of phonetics and phonology, where I explore the word of complex sounds in language. In the first discussion, I will explain about what is language, phonetics, and phonology, then what is their relationship. Next, I will explain about what are the functions of phonetics in teaching English pronunciation. What are the functions of phonology in teaching English pronunciation? What are contrastive and non-contrastive sounds in phonology? Further discuss about phonological rules, the place of articulation, the manner of articulation, describe what I understand from the following chart, describe the following terms concerning suprasegmental sounds, stress syllable, word stress, intonation, pitch, and tone, and juncture. How many consonant and vowel sounds that can I find in the following words, and the last, review the important thing I described. State my recommendation to teachers and students of English, expressing my gratitude to those who made my and supported me to make videos. Okay, alright, let's get started. The first question, what is language, phonetics, and phonology? Then, what is their relationship? Language is a communication or tool. Language is a symbol of sound system produced by human speech organs. Language is a collection of words that have meaning and so on. Phonetics as the science or study of speech sound and their production, transmission, and reception, and their analysis, classification, and transcription. Phonology studies the patterns, rules, and organization of the sound units in a particular language. Language phonetics and phonology are closely related fields within the study of linguistics. They all deal with different aspects of the sound used in human language. Phonetics is concerned with the physical properties of speech sound, while phonology focuses on the abstract organization of sounds within a language. Both phonetics and phonology contribute to our understanding of language, as they help explain how sounds are produced, transmitted, perceived, and organized to convey meaning. Secondly, what are the functions of phonetics in teaching English pronunciation? The use of phonetics in English learning can be considered a recent trend. Both for young learners or ESL learners, phonetics is a must-have in the curriculum. Learning phonetics helps in recognizing both familiar and unfamiliar sounds, improves pronunciation skills, and develops autonomy in word and sound recognition. The study of phonetics enables students to better understand and speak at a level close to fluent. The third, what are the functions of phonology in teaching English pronunciation? Phonology plays an important role in identifying students' problem in learning English. Phonology provides access to EFL teachers to compare English to the student first language to provide better material, learning activities, and tests for their students. The fourth, what are constructive and non-constructive sounds in phonology? Contrastive sound refers to the patterns of the phoneme organization in the pronunciation of a word by which if one of the phonemes is switched for another sound, it will produce a new word with different sound and meaning from the previous word. For example, the word say in its pronunciation say when phoneme S is switched for phoneme D, I will make a new word day which has different pronunciation. Non-constructive and meaning. Non-constructive sound refers to the patterns of speech sound organization in pronunciation of a word by switch of one phoneme and switch for another phoneme. It will produce different pronunciation but still same meaning. For example, the word tomorrow is pronunciation tomorrow. When phoneme is switched for phoneme u, it will make different pronunciation tomorrow, which doesn't change the word's meaning. At the fifth, phonological rules, Curzon and Adam 2013 classify phonological rule into 7 major um, types of phonological rules. Example, assimilation, dissimulation, insertion, deletion, etathesis, partition, and lenition. Assimilation is one of phonological rules which explain how a certain sound change to become more like another sound or assimilate in its immediate phonetics environment and nearby sound. Some linguists are the opinion that assimilation commonly occurs because of rapid speech delivery made by speakers when speaking. Assimilation can take place in a word. For example, the word handbag is normally pronounced, but in rapid speech, this word can go through an assimilation process in which it is often pronounced handbag. The second rule in phonology to be discussed in this section is dissimulation. Dissimulation can be understood as a phoneme by which one sound in a word is changed, dissimilatory change, or omitted, dissimilatory omission, then consequently makes the pronunciation of the word similar. An example of the dissimulation change is the pronunciation of the word fifth and sixth, which and with voiceless dental fricative sound. Intention is the third type of phonological rule where an extra sound that shouldn't present in slow speech is added between two other sounds in a word in rapid speech. For example, in the word dance, in slow pronunciation, this word is pronounced by dance, but when the word is pronounced by native speakers in fast speech, there is an addition of sound T between phonemes and S so that the pronunciation of the word dance become dance. That's in the sixth. Okay, what do you know of place of articulation? Place of articulation refers to the specific location in the vocal tract where a speech sound is produced or articulated. Different places of articulation are associated with different articulators' gestures involving the movement or position of various speech organs such as the lips, tongue, teeth, and palate. These articulatory gestures determine the unique characteristics of each speech sounds. For example, bilabial sounds are produced by bringing both lips together. Example, p in pat, b in bat, and in mat. Secondly, what do you know of manner of articulation? Manner of articulation refers to how a speech sound is produced by controlling the airflow through the vocal tract. It describes the specific way in which the airflow is obstructed or modified to create different sound. There are several manners of articulation that influence and acoustic properties and distinctive features of speech sound. For example, stop or plosive sound are produced by completely blocking the airflow and then releasing it abruptly. Example, p in pet, b in bat, and t in top, d in dog, k in cat, k in ga. The next one, describe what do you understand from the following chart. Look carefully at the picture below. After getting all the information required to produce endless vowel sounds which cover the place of articulation, the mouth, the tongue, and the lips, the manner of articulation openness the mouth, tongue elevation, position of tongue elevation and lips shapes, and the distinctive features of English vowel sounds, duration of vocalization in terms of tense, long and like short. Where we are in need of studying to make a chart of English sounds. This is important to provide clearer picture of how they are produced. The picture of the sounds is represented in the oral cavity diagram in the form of quadrilateral to clearly the manner of articulating in English vowel sound. The following figure shows an example of how the four vowel E, U, and O can be depicted on such a diagram. The next one, describe the following terms concerning suprasegmental sound: stress, syllable, word stress, intonation, pitch, and tone, and also juncture. Stress is defined as an emphasis in the form of loudness given to certain syllable in English word or phrases. Stressed syllables are commonly heard long, loud, and long. In contrast, unstressed syllables are weak, soft, and short. A syllable is a unit of pronunciation of a word which is typically made up of one vowel sound with or without surrounding and consonant. For example, the word water consists of two syllables. Example, water, water. Word stress is a certain emphasis given to unit of pronunciation or syllable. In individual words, not in phrases or sentences, as an individual item of a phrases or sentence. Each word has its own stress, which is put on a syllable in the word of the word. In English, short word usually have one stress. In the word example, it has two syllables. Example, some. The stress is placed on the first syllable, and longer words usually have two stress: primary stress and secondary stress. But the secondary stress is always a much smaller stress. In the word democracy, it has four syllables: and C. The primary stress is put on the syllable, and the second sentence implies the last syllable C, and the word democracy is pronounced democracy. Intonation is known as the other type of suprasegmental sound found in English. As for linguists, is commonly described as a rise of falling pitch change over a group of words. Intonation is not used to distinguish between two English words, but is used to distinguish different types of sentences, such as statement, question, commands, request, etc. Intonation has two basic patterns of head of voice in speech. Example, high pitch, rising voice, or low pitch, or falling sweet voice. Pitch is recognized as the voice pattern of intonation. Tone tends to show how something is being said. It is more like an attitude rather than being a voice pattern. In our social interaction, we frequently hear someone speaking happily or angrily. The sound or of most that the one used is called tone. In linguistics, juncture refers to the way in which sounds or words are connected or separated in speech, such as between word syllables or phoneme. In normal conversation, juncture effectively function as a means to help the interlocutor to distinguish between two identical pairs which have different meanings. For example, did Alex seem ill? Did Alex seem ill? Did Alex seem ill? Did Alex seem ill? Okay, the last one, identify the sound and What are the names of the sounds in phonetics? Paper, the consonant sound are p, voiceless bilabial stop, p, voiceless bilabial stop, and voiceless alveolar approximant. The vowel sounds are a, mid front and rounded vowel, and mid central vowel. Brother, the consonant sound are b, voiceless bilabial stop, r, voice alveolar um okay I'm sorry voiced alveolar approximant, and the voice dental fricative. The vowel sounds are a, mid back and rounded vowel, and mid central vowel. The next one, streak. The consonant sounds are as, voiceless alveolar fricative, t, voiceless alveolar stop, and voiced alveolar approximant. The vowel sounds are e, diphthong mid front and rounded vowel, and tense hack front and rounded vowel. Dream. The consonant sounds are d, voice alveolar stop, r, voice alveolar approximant, and voice bilabial nasal sound m. The vowel sounds are e, tense high front and rounded vowel, and e, tense high front and rounded vowel. The next one, arrive. The consonant sounds are arrive, mid central sound, voice alveolar approximant, and voice labiodental fricative. The vowel sounds is e, diphthong long vowel, front and rounded vowel, and tense high front and rounded vowel. Crash. The consonant sounds are k, voiceless velar stop, voice alveolar approximant, e, la front and rounded vowel, and sh, voiceless postalveolar fricative. Okay, the next one. Important things in this discussion. Phonetics is the study of speech sound, focusing on their physical properties. It examines how sounds are produced, transmitted, and perceived. Articulatory phonetics studies the physical movements of the speech organ during sound production. Acoustic phonetics analyzes the properties of sound waves generated by speech. Auditory phonetics investigation how sounds are perceived and processed by the human ear. In teaching English pronunciation, phonetics helps learners produce accurate sounds. Recognizing and distinguish between different sounds, improve listening skills, and exchange overall fluency. Okay, the next one. Phonology is the study of the abstract and mental representation of sounds in language. It examines the way sounds function and interact within a specific linguistic system. Phonology focuses on sound patterns, rules, and processes in a language. It helps learners understand the phonological structure of words and sentences. Phonology teaches learners to phoneme and allophones of a language. Stress, rhythm, and intonation patterns are emphasis in teaching English pronunciation. Phonology also addresses phonological processes like assimilation, deletion, and epenthesis. Okay, recommendation to teachers of English: incorporate phonetics and phonology into your English language curriculum to provide learners with a strong foundation in sound production and perception. Use a variety of interactive and engaging activities to help learners practice and improve their pronunciation skills. Okay, provide clear explanation and demonstration of specific sounds, focusing on the articulatory movements and techniques involved. Integrate listening exercise that expose learners to different accents and speech patterns to develop their listening comprehension skills. Recommendations to learners of English. Uh, Recognize the importance of pronunciation and effective communication and dedicate time and effort to improve your pronunciation skills. Develop awareness of the phonetic and phonological features of English by studying and practicing the specific sounds, stress patterns, and intonation patterns of the language. Practice speaking English regularly, whether through conversation, presentations, or participating in language exchange programs to build confidence and fluency in your pronunciation skills. Okay, the next one. Develop a habit of self-reflection and self-correction by recording and reviewing your own speech to identify areas of improvement and track your progress. Expressing my gratitude to those who made and supported me to make videos. To especially for my lecturer, who I respect very much, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to you for your invaluable contribution, your guidance, expertise, and support from the initial stage of planning and conceptualizing to the final production. Your insight and knowledge have been instrumental in shaping the content and ensuring its quality. Your expertise in subject matter has brought depth and clarity to the video, making it informative and engaging. I am truly grateful for your availability and willingness to answer my question and provide constructive feedback throughout the process. And also for my parents, thank you very much. I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to both of you for your unwavering love, support, and encouragement throughout the creation of this video coursework. Your belief in me and your constant encouragement have been the driving force behind my success. From the very beginning, you have been my pillars and strength, always there to guide me and provide me with the support I needed. Your sacrifice, both big and small, have made it possible for me to pursue my education and undertake projects like this video coursework. I want you to know that this video coursework is a reflection of your love, guidance, and unwavering support. Without you, none of this would have been possible. I'm forever grateful to have parents like you who have always believed in me and supported my dreams. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for everything you have done and continue to do for me. Your love, support, and sacrifices mean to the world to me. I'm blessed to have you as my parents, and I will forever be grateful for the opportunities you have provided me. Okay, we have finished our discussion this time. I hope it can be useful for people who are curious about the discussion of this video. That's all from me. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.